The series has just begun. My story hit by a car in a legally marked crosswalk. So I am proud to announce that I'm starting a reward for information that will lead to the arrest and conviction, starting with Saskatoon Police Officer 840, last name Parker, who violated my Charter of Rights and Fundamental Freedoms. Now starting with my story, hit by a car in a legally marked crosswalk. Most important, Phyllis Barassa, car driver, license plate 587EXX, Saskatchewan. Police Officer 887, also Ashley Hamilton, SGI worker, injury adjuster. New worker, Celeste Dahle, DAHLE, SGI worker, injury adjuster. And Corey Cooley, KOOY, occupational therapist. If any of these people have lied to you or mistreated you, please call me on my special tips hotline, 778-807-0852. Please leave your name and phone number so that I can get your information. No information will be shared without your permission. Thank you. Now, starting with a phone call from Ashley Hamilton, September 1st, 2020.
Hello, Ashley.
Hey, how are you?
Could be better, could be worse.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound too bad at least.
Well, the only thing that is different from the way I was to the way I am now is I'm not planted 6 feet in the ground.
Okay.
And before I forget, I warned you on Gmail that all incoming and outgoing calls on this phone are automatically recorded.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for letting me know.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so a couple things. I received your forms in the mail, so I wanted to go over those with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I realized you hadn't sent in a signed email release.
I'm sorry, could you say you have to speak louder? I'm in a restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Did you want me to give you a call back tomorrow, Heidi?
No, I don't care. There's only 2 people here, but it's
Okay.
water fountains making noise.
Okay, well, if at any time you would rather do the call tomorrow, you let me know, okay?
Yeah,
I'll try to be loud, though.
No, I want to go with this phone call
Okay?
and deal with this matter.
Yes, okay. So, I had sent you an email release, but I didn't receive a signed one back.
I didn't receive it. The only thing I received in the mail so far from you is the forms that I mailed back to you by registered mail.
Yeah, so in that package, there was the application, which you returned, and there was a healthcare release, which you also returned. There was an email release, but I didn't get that signed and returned.
Hey, I didn't receive it. If it wasn't in the package that you mailed me, I haven't received it.
It was in there, but I can send you an email with it if that works. Do you have a printer at home?
No. But if you want to, when you front me that $20,000, then I'll go buy a printer.
I won't be sending you $20,000.
Okay, because that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about too while you're on the phone.
Okay.
So you go ahead and you finish your spiel, and then I'll start mine.
Okay, sounds good. So I will, I'll send another one of those releases in the mail for you to sign, but unfortunately until then I won't be able to respond to any emails, okay?
What do you mean respond to what questions that I have for you, or questions in regards to settlement?
Because you didn't sign an email release, so I can't respond to the email. Like, it was my understanding you were signing that and sending it back in the mail, but I didn't get that from you, so I can't respond to any email.
Probably wasn't in the
package. I don't have your permission.
Then it wasn't in the package because I filled out everything that was in the package to fill out.
Okay, it was in that package, but I'll send another one out to you.
Yeah.
Okay? And then moving on, so since I received those, I will be sending that occupational therapy referral off to have somebody come and investigate your home care and abilities.
Yeah.
So they're going to come and basically assess your current function and talk to you about your function before the accident as well.
Yeah.
And then they'll help me basically come up with what we can pay you for that benefit.
Yeah, because I was kind of disappointed because in one of our earlier conversations you said I wasn't entitled to home care support, but when I downloaded the no-fault insurance, it clearly states in there that I'm entitled to home care support.
So we don't pay for somebody to come in and do home care for you. There's a living assistance benefit. So that's what the occupational therapist is going to come and assess you for.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's money in my pocket that I pay somebody else to take care of me.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good way of looking at it. So I'm going to send that referral off tomorrow morning, and then they'll be calling to book in a time to come and do that assessment with you.
Yeah.
Okay?
So does it work if I send you a Gmail saying that I give you a release to all information that you require?
For emails, you mean?
Yeah, you can't sign it, but you can't fraudulently send an email with somebody else's email address. It doesn't work that way.
Sure. Why don't we do that for the time being, and then I'm going to still send out a release to you in the mail just so we have that on your file.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's probably best, because then we get best of both worlds.
That's fine.
Okay. So that is for all of that. And then I saw that there was a request for the medication. So they had mentioned the cannabis and the hydromorphone. Dr. Teal did.
Yeah.
So
that's why I gave you a cost of it, $20 a gram. An ounce is, well, whatever, 28 times 20, because they sell it at $20 a gram. So it's 28 times 20. 560, I think, if that math is right. But I put it in the Gmail.
So basically, I got all that information. Thanks for sending it. I'll start with the hydromorphone first, because that's a little bit easier. So since you were on the hydromorphone before the accident, we have to investigate this, right? So I explained that to you.
Yeah. Which the doctor, going to interrupt you so I don't forget, which the doctor says it increased because of the MVA.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, I'm going to call the pharmacy that you go to and ask them about the difference, because we would cover the difference for that then.
Well, at this time period of the original prescription, I'm going off memory, and remember, I can't trust my memory.
Yeah.
But I believe it was 1 to 2 pills a day.
Yes.
And now it's been, again, without looking at the prescription, I believe it's either says 3 pills a day or as needed. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, so I'm just gonna reach out to the pharmacy to see about the price difference. So what pharmacy do you usually pick up your prescriptions from?
Shoppers in Kensington.
Kensington?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's in the extreme west end of Saskatoon.
Yeah, for sure. I know where it is.
All right.
Perfect. Okay, and then moving on. So for the cannabis, we don't cover cannabis as a standard because, like, as you can appreciate, it's a relatively new medication on the market.
No. I've been, my medical marijuana license goes back to 2005.
Right,
so
I
that's
understand
15
that.
years.
But for it being an accepted treatment, it hasn't been around as often as some of the other treatments.
It's a prescription.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. No, I understand that. There's very specific guidelines we have to follow if we're going to pay for cannabis for somebody.
Yeah.
So, because it must adhere to the her inside.
I'll charge it back to the driver that made me a victim.
Okay, well, we do have to follow the specific protocol, so I'm going to be reaching out to Dr. Steele for some additional information on that, and then we have to send it to our medical consultant to have it reviewed, because it's mandatory in our guidelines to have any funding for cannabis reviewed.
Yeah, so now has she been reported to your medical division to see if she's fit to drive?
I don't know. That, Heidi, remember, that has nothing to do with me.
Well, who does it have to do with?
I don't know. I told you you can talk to the cops. My responsibility is to you and your injury claim. And I won't be talking about her anymore. Okay? So let's stay on track. We're going to talk about your injuries and your injury claim.
Yeah, well, I seem to remember in the PDF reading something about a driver who's not capable of driving. Again, I don't specifically remember the page number, but while we're talking about it, on a PDF of a non-tort, page 19 is mentioned, but it is not included, and in a tort, which includes suggested recovery for injuries price, and I believe it was page 13 in starting a tort. Page 13 is missing. So could you Gmail me those pages, please?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then I'd suggest reading the
guidebook?
Yeah. Or better still, since you're mailing me something out anyways, mail me the complete, all of the information, I don't know how to word it better, to do with without filing a tort or for filing a tort.
Okay, so I'm looking at that application for benefit booklet right now, and I don't see anything. I'm on page 13, and it's not even talking about tort claims.
Yeah, well, page 13 is missing in torts because it's in the index, and page 19 is with no fault insurance not being a tort. But it refers to them, but it's not in the information.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about, because I'm looking at that guidebook right now, and none of that information is in there. It doesn't even mention tort coverage.
Let's see.
Are you looking at the guidebook, or what?
Well, I'm looking at what I downloaded from your information on injury, whether it's to do with a tort. Table of contents.
Okay, so that's not the coverage you have. You have no fault insurance. Okay, so
well, it can't be a fault anyways because I was a pedestrian in a legal crosswalk.
Right. So and you have no fault coverage. So I can reach out to our tort advisors and see if you're entitled to start a claim with them. Does that work for you?
Well, let's put it this way. The information that I read says that your accountability is to meet to the best settlement possible. So let's stick with the information of the best settlement possible for Heidi.
We don't do settlements at no fault. So you're talking about that $20,000?
Well, that's suggested.
I don't pay out settlements. No fault benefits is concerned with rehabbing you back to where you were before the accident. Okay, so we pay for your treatment, stuff like that. And
Ashley Hamilton, you're such a liar. Of course you get financial compensation when you're injured in an accident, especially when you're not at fault. You're a pedestrian. Ashley Hamilton, you are such a liar.
It is going to be probably 4 times more than I would have settled for you because my final words, as I would have used in the past with dealing with car accidents, is the first time I used it was, well, if you pay me out in 3 days, and the second time I used it was more serious. Well, if you pay me out in 5 days, and that was under no fault insurance.
Okay, I'm explaining to you, we don't have settlements at no fault. So I'm not sure what you're referring to, but if you
well, if I have to hire a lawyer to start a tort, I don't care if it takes me 2 years, but you can settle me $100,000 using that as an example. And if I have to start a tort, I won't accept it. I'll go for the jury. I'll go to the full extent of the law because I was a victim. This person isn't being punished. It also states about something to do with her insurance going up and other things if she's found at fault. Well, she's definitely at fault. But again, nobody wants to send her information off to your medical division. And it's not as if it doesn't exist.
Okay. Heidi, yes? I'm going to repeat this one more time.
Well, you may have to repeat it 10 times because you're taking advantage of my brain injury, and I don't appreciate people taking advantage of my disabilities, especially since Saskatchewan has what's called the Saskatchewan Disabilities Act. So if you have to repeat things to me more than once, that's not my problem, that's your problem. Plus, I already received another brain injury because of this accident. So, if you have a problem dealing with me to explain things, well, then maybe you should volunteer yourself to get kicked off of my claim and put me in contact with a new worker that does want to work in my benefit, which is what you're supposed to be working for, my benefit.
And that's what I've been trying to do, Heidi, right? So my responsibility is to you and your injuries. It has nothing to do with the woman that hit you. That's nothing to do with me.
Okay, well,
so
then I suggest that
I'm trying to help you with your rehab process.
Okay, so you're either located on Taylor Street or are you in Regina?
I'm in Regina.
Okay, so I want to visit personally face-to-face with somebody to discuss this.
We're not doing in-person meetings because of COVID right now, Heidi, so we can talk on the phone.
Okay. Well, then we'll be having more conversations because I don't remember everything that I want to discuss, and I get sidetracked, and then I forget what I want to discuss. But I do need, as I stated before, I think you sent me a Gmail saying that you're going to update me on a month-to-month basis.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? This is now September. I haven't received anything for the month of August.
Okay, I sent it out, so you should be getting it in your mail already.
Yeah, when did you send it out?
That would have been sent out, let's see here.
Because that's why I had to use, and if I had known...
It was sent out on August 19th.
Yeah, well then I should have had it a long time ago.
Okay, I don't know. I was sent to you on August 19th.
Well, maybe you should start sending me information, registered mail, so that you have proof of service. Because you're supposedly mailing me stuff. I'm not receiving it. So who's at fault? Canada Post, or am I not? Or are you thinking that you mailed it to me and you haven't?
No, I mailed it out. I don't need to be accused of something. I mailed it out.
Well, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm making a suggestion. I haven't received any mail from you except the booklet that you sent to me that I filled out for forms. And yet it was just a couple Gmails ago that you advised me that you would do a monthly report. But up until that Gmail, you've totally abandoned me. And
Marty, I sent you everything up until that date. And there's a note for me to send you everything again today. So you will be getting that information. I don't know why it's taking so long to get to you. I don't.
It's probably that Chinese virus. It's probably the Chinese virus. It gets into everything, you know.
Okay. So you'll be getting another updated copy in the next week or so. I'm sending it up today. Yeah. I don't know how long it will take to get to you.
So send me all the information send me all the information to do with whether it's a tort action or a non-tort action, but not a summary booklet.
I don't have any information on the tort side of things, Heidi, though, because I work for no fault injury benefit.
And once again, all conversations are, in my opinion,
and you would have the other worker.
Well, is there not somebody that you can forward the information to that I'd like a complete copy?
I said I would be sending you an, I said I would be reaching out to the tort advisor to see if you were entitled to a tort claim.
Okay, no problem.
Okay? But I don't have the information to send you on
Hey,
that
well, I'm
tort
going
information.
to tell you something. I just won an appeal of an appeal that you're not supposed to win because I've been an advocate for over 22 years. And I just won an appeal against the ministry for home care support and extra money to provide my client for meals. So, I wasn't born yesterday, Ashley. I was born in 1953, December 30th. And I wouldn't be a successful advocate and be able to say with pride and dignity that I've never lost a case. So I'm requesting all information that you can provide, or whether you have to notify somebody else, of all information to deal with, and no summary booklets, the complete package of whether it's a non-tort or it's a tort. Under the transparency, I would imagine you shouldn't have a problem getting that information to me. SGI is transparent, are they not? Okay, so that's what I expect.
I will speak to somebody in our tort department. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yeah, so all the information on the non-tort and all the information to do with a tort. The complete booklets on both.
I sent you the no-fault booklet, so I can talk to somebody about sending you a tort booklet.
Yeah, because if I was settling for less than $30,000, I'd be happy to go to small claims court and file it for free. But if I'm forced that you people don't want to settle with me and I have to hire a lawyer, we'll see you 2 years later, guaranteed, in court with a jury. Guaranteed. I don't play games, and I don't let people take advantage of me or my clients when I'm advocating on their behalf. And I advocate for landlords too when they have a bad tenant. So I don't care who I advocate for, as long as I can be justified that I'm protecting their rights. Just to advise you, I'm not one of those people that go away, and I'm not one of those people that were born yesterday or the day before. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll be looking forward to that in the mail.
Sounds good. I'll send that on.
And then I'll be looking forward to whoever's going to phone me in regards to assessing me for my needs. But unfortunately, I can do these things before, but now I can't. But if my rotator cuff hadn't been injured, that might have been a different story. But needless to say, all of my injuries, whether they're new or existing, and again, I'm not the weak ache syndrome, and I'm not low impact velocity. So I thank you very kindly. I'll be looking forward to all of that information. So this conversation can be ended. I don't say goodbye to people that aren't my friends.
Okay. Have a good day, Heidi.
Oh, I thank you for that. You have whatever.
So, I have absolutely no understanding why Ashley Hamilton would lie about financial home care support, would lie about financial compensation, and since I put up these videos, I've had 2 people get a hold of me and tell me about what transpired with them being screwed over by Saskatchewan Government Insurance. I will be uploading that information in the very near future. And once again, all comments that I make, or any comments that anybody makes on my YouTube channel, are always in their opinion, whether they state it or not. However, all conversations are in their opinion. So please hit like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I thank you very kindly for watching. Heidi Ho, Canadian freedom fighter, signing out.